Ryan Burrow.
Good morning. How about this? If Tom Brady had won that game, we'd be talking today about what a spectacular performance he had because he threw for 505 yards. That's a new record. There were 1,100 yards by both offenses during that game. So, yeah, 74 points. It was an incredible game, essentially from the start all the way to the end. And being inside of the stadium, that last play was just bizarre because we saw Tom Brady heave that ball into the air. We knew Gronk was standing at the goal line. There were 7 Eagles flying around him. And when the ball finally hit the turf, all of a sudden everyone looked up at the scoreboard and realized there was 0 time left and the game was over. It was kind of strange from that perspective.
Yeah, just a small little correction there. If the Patriots would have won, we would not be talking about the Super Bowl. I would be talking about the memo from President Trump. I'd be talking about anything but the Super Bowl.
All right.
So you were there. I'm with you. When the clock struck 0, it seemed like there was a bit of a delayed reaction with the Eagles.
Well, half of us couldn't see what happened. In fact, some of the Eagles players said they were running back on the field because they thought that they got the touchdown and were about to convert a 2-point conversion. So they were thinking the game was still going on. It wasn't until all of a sudden the sparkly confetti burst that they realized that, hey, this is real. This just happened. It's over. And to be honest with you, the place was so filled with Philadelphia Eagles fans. I mean, it really, really was. They paid big money. They traveled very well. And no doubt they were the ones who were in the majority in that crowd. And you had a feeling with 2 minutes and 20-some seconds left when the Patriots got the ball back and down by 5 that they said, oh, no. Make that down by 6. They said, oh, no, here it goes. Tom Brady's going to come back, and he's going to win this Super Bowl. And when that strip happened with 2:14 left, I mean, the place just went nuts.
Yeah, they had they had a timeout, they had the 2-minute warning, and they had the ball, and they had Tom Brady. And as Al Michaels said on the television, it's like giving Tom Brady a month to travel down the field. Patriot fans inside the stadium, did you see any tears? Did you see anybody over the top emotional over the victory?
No, I didn't. None that weren't fueled by
yes, liquid
alcoholic
courage.
beverages. By
yes.
the way, the beer there at the Super Bowl was $13 a bottle. If you were wondering,
for a 12 ounce, or were they at least the big boys?
For a 12 ounce of Bud Light, it was $13. By the way, parking $160 near the stadium for one.
Well, it's because it was freezing outside.
It was very, very cold.
So overall, the NFL happy with their winter Super Bowl?
We're going to find out. Roger Goodell's going to have a press conference, and we'll see if he gives the thumbs up. I have a feeling he will. That was probably a pretty well-viewed Super Bowl. I know that there were a few people complaining here and there about a little bit of a blackout maybe on the West Coast, and then the Justin Timberlake audio thing, which took me by surprise. I didn't notice that while we were out there, so maybe that was a audio related to the television kind of thing.
Right.
It seemed fine to me, but yeah, I'm sure people nitpick, but seems like a pretty successful Super Bowl.
One of the weird things you'll find out, Ryan Burrow, is that when you go to the Super Bowl, everybody else is talking about the television side of it. And you're like, wait a minute, I was there, and I missed all the things you're talking about because I was actually there at the game. It's weird.
I'm glad you didn't open this interview up by saying, hey, what did you think about the commercial about the guy and the dog and the weird voices and stuff?
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. They did show a couple of them on the big screen, including the Eli Manning commercial with Odell Beckham Jr.
Right. It's just
and the M&M's one.
It's just a very weird experience to not be part of the water cooler conversation because you were at the game.
Yeah,
it's a juxtaposition. What about some of the calls? The controversial calls. How did that play inside the stadium?
Oh, the catch, no catch. Don't we love that?
Yeah.
Isn't catch, no catch just getting fun now?
Yeah.
We watched the 4th and 2 play where we didn't know if he had reached the first down. This is when the Eagles were marching back with 5 minutes left. And, they needed that, and we didn't know whether or not he had reached it. And of course, the touchdown where the ball got ejected from his hands. That was, I think it was Zach Ertz who the ball came out of his head. We kept watching the replay. Like, that's a catch. It's a touchdown. Why are they taking so long?
Right.
So there was some frustration.
All right. And your goodie bag. What was the best in your goodie bag there?
Well, everybody got a Bud Light cup that lit up every time a team scored. So if the Eagles scored, it would light up green. If the Patriots scored, it would light up blue.
That's pretty cool, actually.
It is pretty cool. I don't know how it's going to work at home, but I don't know if whenever Tom Brady scores a practice touchdown, it's going to light up. I don't know, but.
All right, Ryan Burrow. Job well done. Get back to